What is going on, meta millionaire slash meta head slash stock market bulls and bears? I'm your host Terry, and welcome to my channel, baby. By the dip. All right, guys, we're here to talk about that ticker symbol MMAT today, Meta Materials, and we got a surprise guest. We're going to talk about that trade. Ticker symbol GME Gamestop. We had a super chat yesterday. My man Merrick Sanders did a $5 super chat, and he says he wants to know the GME short interest on the Fintel premium website, so we're going to go check that out. And we got some amazing news that we're going to go over, some Twitter kind of due diligence, I guess you want to say, and we're going to cover that on the channel. So guys, hope you are ready for today's video. If you are, smash the thumbs up, check out the links down below, and let's go. All right, and just a quick rundown here on looking at the stock for the day. It pretty much laid flat, as you can see here. We opened up at $3.45. We did jump up here to high today of $3.70 around 10:55 a.m. and it just kind of sold off and held throughout the whole day, and we ended the day at $3.43. So I'm pretty sure now I got the screen adjusted correctly, guys, here on the Fintel website, so you should be able to see everything today. So sorry about yesterday's video, so we're going to redo it today and kind of go over the new information. Short volume ratio of 34.04%. The short interest of the shares, 11.6 million. Short interest percent of float is 6.56%. The short squeeze score updated at 58.35. It's kind of ranked 3,444 out of 9,145 shares. We scroll down here, look at the short shares availability. The table shows the number of shares that are available to be shorted at a leading prime brokerage. It is not the total of shares available to short, nor is the short interest, saying as of today, July 26th, there is 1.5 million short sales available. And that says to be available to be shorted at a leading prime broker, is what that says. So, go down here at the short borrower rate fees, 3.34% updated here, July 26th. And if we get down here and check out the short volume ratio on the FINRA and the CBOE, and yes, we can see everything on the screen now, so you guys can see it all. I just wanted to check that. So we updated here July 26th. The FINRA short volume ratio is 56.92%. For some reason, the CBOE still is not updated on here, and it's almost going on like after 8:30, so I don't know what's going on, but maybe we'll have that updated for tomorrow. But I wanted to bring you those numbers. You can see here the FINRA short volume was 4.8 million shares. The FINRA total volume was 8.4 million shares, which gives it the 56.92. The fails to deliver are still the same as of yesterday. They updated June the 30th at 6.889 million shares. Do we have anything new down here? Yes. Short interest daily Fintel update. So here we go on the market updates. Yes, we can see all that beautiful one here today. July 26th, short interest of shares 11.6 million. Days to cover 0.4. Shares outstanding 284 million shares. Short interest of float 4.10. Float 177 million shares. Float less short interest 165 million shares. Short interest of float 6.56. So there is that update, guys, as of today. The short interest float. Short interest official NASDAQ data. We go down here to settlement date. That's still the same as of July 15th. We did cover that. Basically, to sum it up, short interest number of float was 41.1%. And all that is the same. But there is one quick update I wanted to give you on the owners, and that is the buyers. We have two new institutional buyers today. That's right, July 26th, XR Securities bought 78,300 shares, and we got the STRS Ohio bought 14,000 shares. So two more institutions now have bought. So we got 57 institutional buyers and 26 open positions. And what if you look here real quick, look how many buyers there is, guys, just in June and July. Probably at least 15 to 20 buyers. And if you go here and look at the sellers, there was only 4 sellers since May the 14th. So that goes to show you something right there, guys. A lot more institutional buyers than there is institutional sellers. All right, and this is from my buddy Merrick Sanders. Did that $5 super chat Here we go, the short interest on ticker symbol GME Gamestop. So here we go, short squeeze score gave it a 40.45. Kind of ranked kind of high actually, 7,384 out of 9,145. It's actually not as much as MMAT, which is shockingly. We go down here, the short sales available was only 35,000 shares. The bar rate fee is 0.62, which that seems kind of ironic to me if you ask me. Here's where we get into some juicy news. The FINRA short volume for July 26. The FINRA short volume ratio is 55.95%. But check out here on the 23rd on the CBOE. The CBOE combined short volume ratio gave it a 66.99% on July 23rd. That's crazy. As we know, the FINRA does their own kind of short volume ratio, and the CBOE does theirs. These are independent companies given their kind of short volume numbers. If you go here to, it says FINRA short volume plus CBOE short volume is the FINRA total volume. So the FINRA short volume, the combined total volume is what we want to see. And yeah, the combined total was 66.99 between two independent companies of the short volume ratio for that day of trading. So that seems pretty crazy. Fails to deliver hasn't been updated since June the 30th. Looks like there were over 6,000 and some shares. But look here on the 29th, 346,000 shares were failed to deliver on June 29th. Now, we're going to get down here to some good information. The short interest daily Fintel updates, market date July 26. Short interest of shares is a little over 8 million shares. Days to cover 4.04. The float in millions of shares, 54 million shares. Float less short interest 46.09. Short interest percent of float is 14.91%. So I think that is the correct short interest right now on GME, the 14.91. The short interest of float, if we check that out, the short interest of the official NYSE data hasn't been updated since July the 15th. They had it at 11.24%, and it goes down here forever. My Lord, how many days they going to give us on this? Oh, down here some, okay, so real quick then I wanted to go look at the owners. Go take a look at a couple quick buyers for my man Merrick here. Thank you again, buddy. There was a new buyer, BlackRock, Advantage Small Cap Core Fund Institutional Shares. They bought, this is very interesting, you get the detailed price that they bought. They bought 53,327 shares at an average price of $161. Wow, this is pretty interesting. You can actually see some of it. I've never seen it so many average share price on here updated. I find that pretty cool actually. Let's look at some of the big ones here. This Fidelity Extended Market Index Fund has an average price of $161.87. They have 289,000 shares, guys. Wow. That is pretty impressive. A lot of people buying here in July. I'm not going to lie. Look at that. Here's the first one, and a lot of people buying, man. We'll have to come back and maybe cover this GME information because just a quick rundown of this, there's a lot of buyers, and there is a decent amount of sellers, I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of buyers and sellers in this. I can't even lie, guys. There's a lot more sellers in here than what I thought there would be. So these are your institutional buys and sells. I mean, look at these numbers here of the shares. Like this person here sold 238,000 shares. That's a lot of shares at GME if you ask me. Some back here sold 180,000. Back on, wow. Back on July the 9th, this State Street Corporation sold 1.8 million shares. Wow. So I think I'm about to come back in here and do a little bit more digging on the GME because I'm pretty little blown away at the institutional buyers and sellers, that's for sure. We got to go cover real quick this Twitter information that's going out there, and you guys need to go check it out yourself, but we're going to run down it real quick, guys. And someone did kind of tweet me, tag me in this here on Twitter, so I want to bring this to your attention. Jimbo did. He replied to the gentleman that did the post here, Mark Miller at Magic 8 Vol. He says MMAT is downtrending, head and shoulder support resistance line. Meets significant 350 support in 3 weeks. My opinion, I'm a chart guy. I love this, if you know what I'm saying. Too many catalysts and connections equals patience. So here we go, checking it out. Here's the man's due diligence. MMAT Meta, 3 weeks max for guaranteed reversal. My personal opinion. So very interesting here, as you can see. He's doing his chart analysis here. Now, I'm not a huge chart analysis person. It's not my best suit. I like digging in the information, so I love to see people's technical analysis here on what they're saying is going to be a reversal. So I do like that. Now, what is the post that Mark has out? There's a lot of information on Mark's post, I must say. Meta in Greek means go beyond, and that's exactly what MMAT is going to do. While Elon, Branson, and Bezos go to space, Pilcaris and Tamaris are going to the moon and stars, literally. So this gentleman here tagged a bunch of people, and his whole post here goes over a lot of stuff. How he's saying that Meta is possibly linked to NASA. There's all this solar information going on, guys. There is a lot of stuff. How it says their partners are also MMAT partners: Caltech, Stanford, Lockheed Martin, Seoul Aereo, and also a few. So there's a lot of big potential here with all this information. I mean, there is a lot, guys. So what I will do is put this gentleman's information down, maybe in the pinned comment, and that way you can go check out his Twitter page and you can go do all the research and read all this over, because there is a lot on here. Maybe I can come back in a separate video and maybe touch up on some of it, but here is some of the posts that he has highlighted here from George himself, where George has tweeted about it. So here where George says, I understand your concerns, but I've never been more confident in Meta's future and prospects. Many things are in the works. I'm not allowed to indicate the timings. Who are the potential partnerships with until they become public? There is a process in place. Here he says in his second one, as the founder of Meta, no one is more motivated than I am to see the company grow and succeed. Brokerage houses and NASDAQ are still working on little nuances that cross-border complex mergers. And number 3, the team quality we have at Meta is outstanding and expanding. Management has lots of skin in the game, and our engineers are pioneering the metamaterials field, and I'm looking forward to offering the shorts answers they deserve, all in good time. Thank you for your support. Now, I remember those tweets. We did cover those before on the channel, but there is a lot of good due diligence in here of him going over all this stuff. So I do think that this is one you guys should go read. So I will pin this down there, and you guys can go check it. All right, guys, I just want to say, actually, I have it right here. I retweeted it on my Twitter. So if you go to my Twitter page, I'll have that pinned down there. You see I have my tweets here. If you go to tweets and replies, it'll be the second one here, because I have the birthday tweet as a pinned comment. But here you can go check out this gentleman's due diligence and see everything that he has in there. So guys, hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash a thumbs up. Appreciate the support, guys. It's been a little long video today, so thank you if you stuck around. And tomorrow we'll give more shout outs on the Patreon to people that join. Patreon's picking up great, guys, so check out the Patreon. We got a good bit of people coming in there, and we're going to cover more about the Patreon tomorrow and try to get that community growing. So guys, catch you on the next one. Peace.